All right, game one between Oklahoma City and Minnesota. Really tight game in the first half. Minnesota, I thought actually looked really, really good. Randall was hitting his threes. OKC was struggling on offense, but then something happened. Ant twisted his ankle, and then Minnesota's offense kind of went a little sluggish. They got caught up in OKC's zone, kind of passing it around the perimeter. A lot of three-point attempts, which were actually, I thought, were good looks in the first half, but they just weren't dropping for Nasri, DiVincenzo, Alexander Walker. But obviously, the second half, OKC had a big run and took the lead. Um, in the third quarter, had a big run in the third quarter. I think it was 17 to 2 run in the middle of the third quarter. And then another similar, like 18 to 4, 18 to 6 run in the fourth quarter. The Wolves just didn't have enough juice, I think, in the second half. Ant looked pretty, hampered by that ankle injury, that twisted ankle. So, really interesting game. It was just like a battle of role players making shots. Kenrich Williams came in, hit some big shots in the second half. Kason Wallace was again active on defense. I thought one thing that OKC did really well was just whenever like Minnesota had the ball on the wing or the post, they would always come from behind, trying to blindside. It was almost like a blindside sack and then a fumble because they would strip the ball and get it going the other way, just forcing turnovers. And then on this screen, you can see right here, they had 31 points conceded off turnovers. So OKC scored 31 points off Minnesota's 19 turnovers, which is a big deal because of the margins in a tight game. And then Minnesota, as you can see, their 15 three-point attempts were pretty much most of their field goals. They had 29 field goals made, and they made 15 threes, 51 three-point attempts, which is pretty crazy. OKC is obviously going to live with, it looks like the game plan is they're going to live with Nas Reed threes. As long as they get a decent contest, Nasri, who was it? Alexander Walker. Yeah, that was the main guy. He had like 12 or 13 shots in this game, which is pretty crazy because I think Randall only had 13 or 14, and then Ant only had like 16, 17 shots. So the shot distribution was pretty weird from a Minnesota standpoint, and obviously it was going in the OKC's favor. But yeah, really interesting game one. We'll see if Minnesota can bounce back, figure out some of the OKC's zone defense, and then try to steal game two on the road in Oklahoma City. Oh, and last thing, Shay, you got a generational whistle, buddy. You got a generational whistle. You had like eight free throws in the first quarter just to keep the game, pretty tightly contested.